Hey, what's up, guys? This is the Grand Theft Auto 5 PS3 Freeze problem fix. This is not a catch-all. This is not going to fix all your problems, but this is one thing that has fixed mine issue. And well, I've been dealing with this for 6 to 7 months now. Rockstar really doesn't care. Their answer is always that their servers are having problems. When the fact is that I was able to find a resolution rather quickly without having to have much knowledge of computers or networks or NAP open or port forwarding or any other resolutions that they've offered or anything you've seen on the internet, like the file corruption fix or the database rebuild. None of those issues have worked for me. Some people have even gone as far as buying new games, and the problem still persists. The problem, I think, lies inside of the PS3 system. I think that the Grand Theft Auto, one of the patches, may have corrupted some of the files inside the system, which won't get fixed even with the file corruption fix that they have, PS3 has set up. Just be aware that I don't work for PS3, and PS3 doesn't want you guys dealing with this stuff at home. They'd rather have you deal with them, which essentially makes more money for them. Basically, what you're gonna need for this is the wire that PS3 comes with. It's the USB wire, the game, and the USB data disk. For those of you who have the PlayStation 3 Plus network subscription, which is very costly, I wouldn't pay for that. You can utilize that to back up your files. But for those of you who don't, I'm simply using like an 8 gigabyte file. I'm not even coming close to using that much. I'm using an 8 gigabyte USB. You're gonna need to back up everything that you may want to keep on this PS3. For example, if you have any photos or any other game profiles or game data that you may want to save, this is the time you want to utilize either the USB or the PlayStation Plus network to back up those files. Very important, because his process right here is going to completely restore the PlayStation 3 system back to a factory default, where it's essentially nothing's going to be on it. So find a way to back up again. Very imperative you do that. We're going to start off, most importantly, we're going to go into the PlayStation 3 file system folders that and pretty much explain how it all works. Essentially, you're going to be dealing with two folders. It's going to be the Save Data Utility folder. That Save Data Utility folder is exactly the folder you're going to need to recover the Grand Theft Auto profile. This prologue right here, that's the campaign mode, which is the at-home non-online version. So that's pretty much what, when you're playing the basic characters on your PlayStation without being online. That's the current that keeps you up to date on your current how far along you've come. As you can see, I'm only 8% because I really don't play it that much after I played it the first time. This is the file you're gonna need. This is the profile. If you want to go ahead and don't want to lose your progress on the main campaign, you can copy both. By pressing triangle, you can actually use copy multiple files as an option, or you can just copy that single file. Make sure you have that USB in there. When you plug in the USB, it's gonna I'm sorry, give me a sec. When you plug in that USB, it'll come up right here. I'm going to press the copy button just to show you how it is. You press that copy button, and again, it's going to give you the option of going to online storage, which again requires a PlayStation Plus network subscription, which is, I guess, very expensive. Or you can use the USB. Once you press enter here, automatically copies it, and if you were to take the USB out at any point after that, the data will be on there. You don't need to actually disconnect it somehow. Some laptops or computers requires you to actually disconnect it before pulling it out via the bottom right corner. There is no process like that. You just pull the USB right out, you should be fine. As soon as that process completes, it'll tell you. It's rather quick. That's one thing you're gonna need to do. Of course, again, if you want, you can copy the profile and the prologue. But I really don't care about the prologue. The most important is the profile. That's your online content. And again, the other folder you're going to be dealing with is called the Game Data Utility. Game data utility, you're not copying anything from there. This is where you're going to be deleting stuff at. This is the Grand Theft Auto 5 update patches. This one is the 1.20. You're going to be deleting that file. And then, of course, this is the install package. You're going to be deleting that file. You don't have to worry about these files because these files will automatically be downloaded. These files will automatically be downloaded in the process and later on in the process. So once you delete those files, and of course you've gone and used this technique to download, or rather to update or backup all your information, anything you may have want to save, like pictures or anything like that, any applications. This is the place where you want to go. You might want to consult PlayStation if you bought anything, see, make sure that they're available for download later on, because I don't know if this deletes those stuff. I don't buy anything on the PlayStation Store, so I don't worry about that stuff. This is a basic restoring to default again. What you're gonna do is once you do that, and of course, most importantly, is that don't forget to get all your information about your account management. Go into the PlayStation Network section and make sure you remember. Most people, they're so used to just logging in, automatically logs you in, that you forget that you have to actually know your username and password, because you have to set this up all over again. You're gonna have to go do that. You're going to sign in ID. This is the PlayStation Network ID, and then the password here. If you don't remember your password, there is a forget password section where you can actually start doing that online or here on the PlayStation. I think a couple questions, and you'll be able to get your password back again. So yeah, once you got all that done, make sure the game's out of the system. Okay, make sure that the wire is plugged in and you have your PlayStation control readily available. You can unplug the USB. Just turn the PlayStation off quickly. You're gonna hear it shut down. It'll beep when it's shut down. Actually, it didn't beep at all. It just turned the dot turned red from green to red. Now it's off. Now what you want to do is you want to press and hold that power button on the PlayStation. And hold it again until you're gonna hear 3 beeps. On the 3rd beep, the system is gonna shut down. You're gonna let go of your finger when it shuts down. Right there, shut down. Let go of your finger. Right now, you're gonna press and hold again. You're gonna hear that first beep and then 2 consecutive beeps. Then let go. There you go. It's actually 4 beeps. It was 1 beep as soon as you press the button, another beep a couple of seconds later, and 2 consecutive beeps after that. As soon as there's 2 consecutive beeps and you let go, it's gonna put you on this this section right here where you're gonna have to plug in your USB wire to your control. You're gonna press that PS1 button to get it set up right here. And for those of you who are very familiar with the process, you recognize this process. You're going to go ahead and you're not going to do the restore default setting. You're not going to do the restarting the file system or rebuilding the database. You're going to do number 5, which is the restore the PS3 system. Again, very important. Do not do this without backing up your files or anything you might need in the PS3, because this completely eliminates all of that. And of course, I don't work for Sony, so they don't want you doing this stuff either, because no one's indemnified in terms of this thing. No one's covered. So you're pretty much on your own. Once you start doing this, you start messing with the PS3. I feel very comfortable with this. I've done it. It worked for me. You can go ahead and press down and get to the number 5 and make sure you click on that. I've already done this, so I'm not going to go through this again. I'm just going to restart the system for you. When the system restarts, when you go through that process, it's going to ask you several questions, basic questions like, if you're HDMI, using HDMI, it's going to ask you if HDMI, if you want to continue using that, and you're going to say yes. Make sure you follow the on-screen instructions. They're very simple, very straightforward. Again, this is a very familiar HDMI question. It's going to put you on this screen as well when you're trying to do that. It pretty much is going to start up by itself. The PlayStation will go back to normal, and you will have to create. It'll be basic. It's like the PlayStation's going to be brand new again. It's going to ask you for the date and time. It's going to ask you to create a username all the way on the usernames all the way on the left over here. It's going to ask you to create one of those. Then it's going to ask you for your PlayStation Network sign-in. You're going to give them all that information. So once that's all said and done, you want to go back into the USB, connect the USB to the bottom of the PlayStation, and you want to go over to into the control section over here, and look for the USB. I'll plug that in right now so you can hear that. Let's see what that looks like. Save that. I'm sorry. You're gonna go to save data utility. You're gonna go into save data utility, and then you're gonna go down into USB device. You're gonna click on that, and then you're gonna copy the 2 files that you have in there. What you're gonna do is you're gonna press option, and you're gonna copy either 1 file, 2 files, depending if you copy the campaign version 2. You're gonna copy back over. It's gonna do it automatically. You don't actually have to physically or do it. File at 1 file at a time. Once you press copy, it automatically knows where to put it in the PlayStation. We're gonna back out of here. So once those files are in there, next time the CD goes in and the updates are all done, all set, and the CD automatically goes in and updates itself. Once you start the game up again, it gets the newest update, it gets the newest patches, it does everything all over again. Most importantly, when you put that game in, and it goes to the screen when the female is just there standing and they're going through different pictures. On the right, you're gonna see it's gonna be installing. It's like 800 and something megabytes of install. That now it's very imperative that you let that finish. Don't stop that process. Very imperative you continue, let that finish. Not only that, but one common mistake that a lot of people are making is that they are actually letting when it goes past the installation process, the installation is not complete. The installation still goes through another process where it has to go into the campaign mode first before it completes the installation. So while the game is loading up again, it looks like you can go directly into the internet on the online version as opposed to the story mode. You have that option switching back and forth. Let it get into the story mode. I shut it down before that, prior to fixing, and the freeze came up again. Let it go into story mode, because once it goes into story mode, something else happens. I'm not too sure what's going on in the background, but it does get black for a while, and all of a sudden, a big yellow sign comes up, installation complete or update complete. Once that's done and it goes into campaign mode, I'd say I'd even go as far as saying do the first mission, which is pretty much getting out of the bank or that you're robbing and getting past the cops and just getting back into going into the story. Once that story starts, feel free to go ahead and just go switch over to online, and that's pretty much it. This should work for everybody. If it doesn't work, then just inbox me. Let me know if there's maybe something you might be missing. Maybe it's part of the process. I don't mind helping out. Happy hunting. That's pretty much it, guys. Good luck out there, and go get some.